Hi guys, welcome to my tutorial. In our last video I said that I'll be writing a media query for this HTML for our project. Okay, before then I forgot to write this to paste the CSS code for this, but let me do it right now. Okay, now this is the CSS for this toggle button. The toggle that it, because the button has an ID of toggle, so this is the CSS, this is the over state, and this is the active state. So if we refresh, okay, now it's okay, it's working. Okay, yeah, the thing is this: we need when you click on this button, nothing happens. So before we start writing media query, I just want to quickly I just want to write to write a JavaScript code for this toggle, so that when you click on it, then the registration form shows up. Now that is what we are going to be doing in this video. We will be writing our first JavaScript code for this project, although that it may not, but it's not the main one that we are focusing on, but it is good I put it in right now, so that you see how it feels. Okay, let's get started. Let's not waste time because I'm beginning to talk too much. So let's create our JavaScript file, and we will call this script.js. okay, this script is inside the CSS. It should be in the root directory, not inside. So I'll drag it out. Let me drag this out. Yeah, now it is in the root folder now, not in the CSS. Okay, now so let me go back to our HTML and check. Okay, this is it here, script.js. So to ensure that it is linked to our HTML, let's test. Okay, it's working. Yeah, that is great. Okay, so sorry about that. So let's start writing on our CSS, our JavaScript. Let's tick okay. Show that we should ensure that the classes are these classes and ID or the element is properly typed, else you won't get it correctly. So sorry. So the login and the login link This has a class of pp, which is this that is not registered. Then the registration is pp2. This is the pp2. So when you click on this, it will take us to the registration. So that's why I call this one a registration link. Registration link pp2, because when you click on this link, it will take you to the registration. And please, if you need the code, if you need the source code, drop your comment below. Then I will upload it on my GitHub or repository, so that you could go download it for free. So the next one is I think is reset. Okay, reset. So because the reset, it has a class of pp3. To log in, should I put link? Okay, let me just forward spool link. Yeah, I think this one has a class of pp4. Okay, which is this. You want to log in, so when you click on this, it takes you to the login form. The login sorry, the login form shows up. So the registration div, so I think it has okay. This reg div is referring to this, this is for the login div. Then make sure that you type the class correctly. Then the container, because this container holds the holds all the forms. Very important. Do I need to write define this? Let me check. I don't think we need this right now, so I'll comment this out for now. Okay, so I think that is it for now. Yeah, that is it. This is what we need. I've already defined all these, declared all these, so so the next thing I want to do is this. I want to write a function such that I could use, let me call it a reusable function. So I'm going to write that, to toggle across a button, to toggle across, instead of writing it, creating an event, writing, because the same code applies to all event listener. Okay, because if I want to, if I want to start writing, I will have to, start writing the code for creating an event sorry, an event listener for each of them. They typing the same code for each of them. So I'll just trying to apply the drive principle, the don't repeat yourself principle. So I don't want to because when you start repeating yourself, it makes your code hard to read and understand, and it becomes more difficult to manage. So when you apply the drive principle, it makes your code easier to understand, yeah, easier to manage, and it kind of make your code to be shorter. So let's do that. So I'll create a function, call it execution. The element, sorry, and the value one, that is their classes. The value is the value one is referring to their class name. lm1 dot class dot remove sorry. Oh, I made a mistake here. So it's dot, not comma. So when you click on a button, so what will happen is that it will remove the previous class. Maybe for example, it will remove none, and it will add a block. So that is what it simply means. Because when you toggle, when you click on a like the check demo button like this, when you I'll take this. Okay. Because when you click on this button, the container, for example, the container holding the forms, the class of none will be removed. Do you understand? The only the registration form will display, but the other two forms, the display will still remain none, obviously. Yeah. So that is the logic behind it. Don't worry, let me just type it there. When I put it in action, you understand. uh, okay, so so this one that I'm doing, when it is toggling, so when you click on this, because you remember that in our previous video, when I try to switch from one form to another, from registration to login, you notice that there was a place wait in the background. So if you've not watched the first video, please go back to the first video and rewatch again. Very important. The test content will be equal to I think something like this dot dot dot. Please wait. Say something like that. Okay, now we're going to see. You understand? Okay, now if back in our previous the demo that I showed you guys, when you click on when you try to navigate from one form to another, as in when you are trying to move from one form to another, when you click on each of the links, you notice that place which it shows within a short period of time before the next form displays. So we are going to use a set timeout function to to implement that. Okay, because after okay, let me explain. So when you click on it, for you to see this text, please wait. I created an element known as a spam. You understand? I appended it to the parent container, which is this. I appended it to this div with this class of container. Okay, then I set the test content. I added a test to the spam, and this is I added a test to the spam. Please wait to the spam, which is this. So using this spam dot test content. Do you understand? So after displaying within the specific period of time, then I'll have to remove it before it shows the next the form. So it will be con. dot remove child. So which child am I removing? The spam that we created, because we have already showed the test, so we are removing it. So we'll set the interval to, let's say, every 1 seconds. That's 1000 milliseconds. Okay, because now once the timeout is set, after removing the element, then the new element we have we display, and it will have we have a new class. So we have a new class, and that new class will be probably block. You understand? Because we want the new class to display, so it will be block. Do you understand? So what this function says is this: the element, the current element, assuming the element is the registration form, probably we are on the registration form, because we are going to be using this function across, I think, across four different functions, if sorry, four different event listeners, I think, yeah, four. So yeah, so assuming this is we are currently in the registration form, so we want to move to the login. So this is, you understand, so this is the, because obviously the current form, we have a class of block. So when you understand, when you are trying to move away from the registration to the login, then the class of block will be removed. Then obviously the class of none will be added. So that none will hide the registration form. You understand? So they will create you understand, so the registration form will hide. Then the next thing is that this spam element will be created. Then it will show this text, please wait. You understand? Then after showing please wait, then it will remove this spam will remove. That is this remove child. This spam will remove. Then the new element, as I log in, we display, as long as it has a class of block. You understand? But even though it doesn't have a class of block, it could still display anyway. But I just want to do it like that so that it will kind of make more sense. So that is it. Okay, so that is by the wayside. Okay, so let's write our first event list now, which will be the toggle button. So we are going to do it in such a way that this toggle button, I hope you guys can see my code, because I kind of shared it. Okay, so we want to do that when we click on this button, the register, you understand? Because obviously if you click on this button, the header will disappear. You understand? The header will disappear, and the registration for the form. Okay, this is what will happen. Once you click on this thing, the logic is this: once you click on this check demo, the header, because this is the header. Yeah, if you watch our last two videos on when we created the HTML, Let me show you guys. Okay, so this header will disappear. Then the container, the container holding the entire form will display. So that is the logic. So let's write now. So let's listen to this check demo. So we'll be listening to click event. Main. Okay. So the main, we set the main. Okay, we set the main to block. Okay, have we written class for main? Oh, we haven't done that. I think we should add that right now. Let's declare the main. Dot query selector. Then we call the dot main. That is a class of main. Okay. Okay, so back to this toggle dot add event listener. We'll see. Okay, class name. So we'll set it to block. And if you could remember, we've written the CSS for this block. Then document. You understand? So this main is the one that holds the form, that holds all the three forms, which is this, as I explained earlier. Okay. Then the header will disappear. So we are going to say document dot query selector. I don't want to declare the header this time, so I'll just put the header, declare the header in here. I just flexible option. Okay. Oh, this is not class. Sorry, it's not a class. It's the header is referring to this header, this element, header element, not class. Okay. Dot class name. As I said before, so as I told you before, I want to I would let, because we want to hide the header. That is everything, body, but you understand, both the button, this and this, because they are all inside the header. So we want to hide everything. So guess what? And we'll set the class name to what, guys? None. Okay, so that is it. So let's test. The head. Okay, I think we are having issues now. The header says to work, but the main is not working. Am I doing something wrong? Let me check my code. Let me go back to my HTML. Oh, okay, I think I know why. So let me remove this none. You guys should go back to your registration. I don't know if this none is in your registration form. Take it off, please. Take it off, please. Okay. All right. So you guys should, let me control Z it. Go back to your index.html. If you see this class of none, take it off, please. Okay. Okay, this should work now. Let's refresh. Bam. You understand? Sorry guys, you could see that the background image is not showing. It's because my I don't know, my internet is off right now. My internet is currently off. So there was a certain time when I was when I was working on a project, on a web project. So I used the image I used, the images I used then was from, I got the link from a different website, so I used it as my background image. So when my internet was off, the background image, the images that I was supposed to display on my project didn't show up. So I thought the problem was between I debug. You understand? So before I later realized that, oh my god, my internet is off, so that is why. So that is it, guys. So my background image is not showing. Why? Because obviously my internet is off right now, so that is why. All right, thank you very much. We succeeded in you know in making the toggle button work. So obviously this is not working for now. So in our next video we will tackle that. We will write a JavaScript code so that when you click on this link, this registration form will disappear and the login form will show up. If you note that we are doing everything in one page, so we don't need to navigate to a different pages, wait for it, and you understand, wait for the other page to load before doing that. Everything is on one page, and this is very, very good user experience. So sit tight for the next video, please. Thank you for watching.